Thanks for joining us for another episode of In the City. Now, before we take a look at this weekend's fixture at Elland Road, let's have a look at what's been happening around the club this week. On Wednesday, the boys left their usual training facility and swapped it for an open session at Cardiff City Stadium, where many of you guys turned up to take a look at what happens behind the scenes at Cardiff City. It was a fantastic opportunity for fans to chat and meet with some of their favourite Bluebird players. And of course, we seized the opportunity to grab Nooney, Morrison and Ravel to take part in a media press conference with a bit of a twist. But first, let's start things off by speaking to the skipper, David Marshall, about the event.
Community stuff that we did this month as well, and then getting the kids in, obviously get them involved, seeing the training session, obviously the boys getting signing us autographs and stuff after, and it makes them happy. I'm obviously you could see them cheering and singing songs and that as well when the boys are training, so that was a good idea to get them involved, and the weather's been great, so it's been a good day.
You touched upon it, we had Foundation Day recently, something I know you were heavily involved in asking the boys to give a day's wages towards the local communities and the good work that's done there.
I think we started the wages things last season, it went well, so the boys were more than happy to do it again. As you say, the community is a big part of the club, always has been, and obviously myself and a few of the boys have been here for a few years now, so we know how much it meant, and obviously the boys were happy to do that again. It does make a big difference, and it's good to see the people for the community and the kids and the families coming to the training session today.
David then went on to talk about Saturday's fixture with Leeds and the rivalry between the clubs.
I mean, Cardiff Leeds is always, it's never been a friendly game, so this is as much as it can be, obviously a bit of a dead rubber with both teams being safe, and it's unfortunate we are not in a position we want to be in, but as you say, the Cardiff Leeds sort of rivalry will make this game a little bit spicier than normal. So it's a great stadium to go to Elland Road, and I think we've had a good record there since I've been at the club anyway, so we'll be looking to go and put a good performance on, get a good result, especially after the result against Bolton.
Another long away trip to Ipswich, and of course one of the sides in that shake-up in the top six. Played some good teams this year. Who have been the better sides, the ones that you think is going to be maybe 2 or 3? Personally,
I missed the away game, but Norwich, when we played here at home, I thought, even looking at the squad, they've got a lot of British-based players and experience there, and they've got a lot of goals in their team, so I thought Norwich, and I think Bournemouth are the standout team this year, just in terms of the way they play. So if I was to pick two to go up automatic, I would pick those two away. Probably Watford, not far behind. That's probably the best they have faced this season.
It's going to be a mid-table finish for us this year. The key thing, of course, is to finish strong, going in with confidence for next year.
It's just to get as high as we can. I mean, in terms of going into next season, we don't want to be going into that in a low. If we can go and win as many as we can, even if we can win every game between now and the end of the season, it gives the place a lift, and that's what I think the whole club needs at the minute. If we can get to top 10, it'd be a good finish, because where we were, obviously losing managers, changing managers so early in the season, to go and get a top 10 finish would be good, and it could stand us in good stead for good start of next season, which is going to be vital because we need a good start next season. But any little bit of confidence we can get between now and the end would be great.
Cardiff travel north to Leeds United on Saturday, with the clubs locked together on 52 points in the league table. Yet City's slightly superior goal difference giving them the edge, and therefore 13th position in the Sky Bet Championship table. That's a league position that doesn't quite tell the full story of the season for Leeds though. Having burned through 2 managers fairly early doors, the promotion of Neil Redfern from his position in the club's academy has not only stabilised results at Elland Road. Taking into account 2015 only, Leeds have recorded the 9th best record with 28 points from the 18 games they've played. That's not to say the form is entirely on their side, however. They suffered a testing Easter period, conceding 3 goals in both matches as they went down 3-0 at home to Blackburn, albeit playing the majority of the match with 10 men, and then losing out in a 4-3 thriller to Wolves last Monday, with Welshman David Edwards netting a late winner for Kenny Jackett's men. They've also now won just 2 of their last 5 matches, one on their travels against beleaguered Wigan and one at Fulham. In terms of goals, the team are scoring a little over a goal a game, especially at home, where they've netted 21 times in their 20 league fixtures thus far. Italian forward Mirko Antonucci leading the way with 11 goals, yet highly impressive youngster Alex Mowat also has 9 from midfield. Defensively though, Leeds possess a home record bettered by just 3 clubs, having conceded at the rate of exactly a goal per game at Elland Road. City's last visit to Elland Road ended in a 1-0 win, with Fraser Campbell netting off the bench on his Cardiff debut. In fact, City are on a 16-match unbeaten run against their old enemy, 7 away from home, dating back to a 1-0 defeat in September 1983.
After a great week of fun and games at our Easter Soccer schools, Peter Whittingham, Kadeen Harris, Joe Mason and Ben Wilson were at the House of Sport to join in with a few sessions, hand out autographs to the youngsters and congratulate them on their hard work throughout the week. A big congratulations to Josh Mitchell, who received his award on Monday from ex-City legend Kevin Ratcliffe after winning our Club Goal of the Month competition for December. And also congratulations to David Salter, who voted for Josh and won hospitality tickets for Cardiff City's fixture against Bolton. Here's David's son enjoying the occasion, being shown around by half-time Wayne. It was a victory for our women's side at Leckwith on Sunday afternoon as they beat Newcastle Emlyn 6-0. The next be in action on Sunday the 19th of April as they take on South Wales rivals Swansea City in the final of the FAW Women's Cup. On Wednesday this week, the first team squad trained at the Cardiff City Stadium in front of a crowd of Bluebird supporters during an open session. It was a great opportunity for the fans to meet the players and get an insight into the daily training routine. Also on Wednesday, Matt, Connor Lee, Owen, Scott and Stuart gave the crowd of supporters the chance to get to know them as they took part in the Q&A at Cardiff City Stadium. Our development side are back in action on Friday as they travel away to Bramall Lane to take on Sheffield United in a 2 PM kickoff. And the Academy are back in action this weekend as they travel away to take on Barnsley on Saturday morning, 11 AM kickoff.
They used to do media week in, week out, but when you swap the journos for some children, things become a whole lot more interesting. And that's exactly what we did this week at the open training session with Nooney, Ravel and Morrison. There's always time for a quick selfie, and here's Nooney taking an epic one before taking the first question from the children.
What superhero power would you want to have?
Did you hear that, boys?
Yes. Superhero power.
That's a tough question.
I think I'd like to fly. I'd like to be able to fly, I think. That would be my superhero power.
Teleportation for me, I think, yeah.
Teleportation.
Just go wherever I want, yeah.
Do you want to explain to the kids what that means?
First place I'd go.
First.
Because I don't know what that means. And I'm...
Where would I
Who
go?
knows what teleportation is? Because Nooney doesn't, so who can tell him what it means?
So every kid knows and you don't.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
go to
Good,
the ground,
mate.
you just blink
Somewhere
yourself
hot.
out.
Somewhere hot.
So you go somewhere hot. And what about you, Craig?
Yeah, teleport.
What was your favourite player when you was a kid?
Favourite player? Mine was Alan Shearer.
Same. Shearer, dad's from Newcastle, so
Yeah.
Robbie Fowler for me.
terrible. Scouser.
Yeah.
Have you got a girlfriend?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I do, yes.
I got a wife.
What's
Yeah.
her name? Stacey. Don't go adding her on Facebook.
Who was the best player you've ever played against?
Best player you played against?
Probably Fabregas at Arsenal, I would say.
Played against Roberto Carlos in a pre-season friendly, and I think it was his last season he played, but he was still probably the best player on the pitch by an absolute mile, yeah.
Mine was Suarez.
It's all about Liverpool.
Always.
Yeah, Liverpool, that's right.
Need to cut the strings, mate.
Who's the best player in the world?
Oh, which one's the best player in the world, guys?
Lionel Messi, I think, is best player in the world. You can say Ronaldo now.
I think Ronaldo.
How old are you?
How old are you? Go back to basics, guys. How old are you? Alex, you can pick it up.
I'm 31.
31. Stop.
Old.
Sean, rather?
Oh, no, get out. Off you go.
What's your most best goal in this season?
What was the best goal this season?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
I'll put that up there.
Revs' goal against Brentford.
Brentford away. Revs.
Do you agree?
Oh, yeah, I have to agree.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later, guys.